Swick is rolling in tonight, winning their last 8 contests. They now sit in sole possession of third place, but how long can they sit in third place? Tonight, well, they get the team that's now chasing them, where Swick was chasing them for over the last few weeks. Swick has caught up, record of 9-3 in region play, and they face the team that's now behind them. But that could all get in tonight. And with the loss, Lakeland wins tonight, they can move into third place. It's the Lakers of Lakeland College, the Blue Storm of Southwestern Illinois College. You welcome it on a Wednesday night. It is the midway through the week. How about that? Midway through the week, students talk with you. Got a big one tonight. Big one. I keep talking about region play. If you've kind of heard it over the last few weeks, region play, every single game is huge. I don't care if you're playing Southeastern Illinois like Swick did on Monday or playing Shawnee, some of the bottom teams. It doesn't matter. If any region game is huge right now at the stage that we're in at this season, at this point right now, with only less than 3 weeks away, less than 3.5 weeks, 2.5 weeks actually now. We're 16 days away. Unbelievable. 16 days away from the region tournament on November 1st and 2nd at Lakeland College. It is going to be huge. But tonight is a big game. Swick, as I mentioned, sits in third place, sole possession of third, 9-3 in region play. Lakeland is in fourth at 8-3. And the winner tonight will have third place. No matter what happens, that's how the math goes. Swick cannot be in third if they lose. Same thing with Lakeland. They cannot get in the third if they lose. But I was just talking. We talked a little bit maybe, I think, Monday night. And I said, hopefully I'll have some scenarios for you come Wednesday. I don't have what probably you're looking for, but I have a little bit of math done on how tough it would be for Swick if they lose tonight to get to third place, to finish third, compared to if they win tonight, how do they hold on to that third place spot? Because the math is going one way and the math goes the other way, depending on what scenario, what happens tonight. So let's say Swick defeats Lakeland. Well, the math is pretty easy. All you got to do is win out. That's the one scenario. Okay, so let's say we lose to John A. Logan, right? Let's say we lose a region game. All right, that's fine. All we got to do is win 4 out of 5 region games. That gets us there. That's okay. All right, so let's say we lose 2 region games. Let's say we lose to John A. Logan, and maybe we lose to Kaskaskia at the back end of the season. Okay, that's fine. We just need Lakeland to lose 1 game in region play. All right, so you're like, okay, maybe we lose 3 region games, right? Lakeland just needs to lose 2. So you get what I'm saying. For the math is really in favor of Swick if they win tonight to get the third place spot. It's going to be kind of tough for Lakeland to come back. Now, this is the scenario that, let's say, Swick wins in 3 sets. Now, there's a chance that we may win in 4 tonight. Now, that changes things a little bit because now the tiebreaker is back in favor of Lakeland College. If Lakeland wins in 4 tonight, they have it by a set win percentage with them winning in 3 last time around. So so if they win in 4, then you have to say, hey, we have to either win out or win 4 of the 5, and Lakeland has to lose 1 of the games. So then you would just move Lakeland's losses up 1. So, like I'm saying, so if we win out, we're fine. We win 4 out of 5, they have to lose 1. We win 3 out of 5, they have to lose 2. That's all you got to do if Lakeland has the tiebreaker. If we have the tiebreaker, it's to what I just told you. What does the math look like if we lose tonight? Well, it's not great. It is going to be tough. We would have to win out. We would have to win out, and Lakeland would have to lose 2 of their last 6. Or we win 4 out of the 5 remaining region games after this, and Lakeland loses 3 of their last 6. So it's going to be tough. This is third place right now. I think tonight, whoever wins this game will finish third place going to the region tournament. And there's always a scenario where, obviously, Swick might not get third place out of the region after the region tournament when that's done, because obviously whoever gets third place is whoever is the highest seed that loses in the semifinal. That's going to be third place going in the district tournament. So there's obviously a very real possibility that may not be us. Doesn't matter. But what I'm saying, third place going to the region tournament, this is why. And this is me saying this, and I think we got a lot of the players, and I think there's some reason behind this backing me up that they think this is true as well. The seed that we want obviously is the 1 seed, but that's gonna be tough to get there. So the next best scenario is the 2 seed, and the math. There's some math. I did a little math behind the 2 seed, and you have to stay with me for this because this is not 100%. This is not done. So if this is any case wrong, I'm promising right now it might not be right. It could be wrong. But the least bottom of the top part of this, the foundation of this is right. for Swick to get second place, you have to win your last 6 region games, including tonight, and Vincent has to lose 2 games, which is possible for what we see. They still have to play Lakeland. They still have to play Kaskaskia. They still have to play John A. Logan. They have to play Lincoln Trail, who gave them fits last time around. There's a possibility for Swick to get second place. You just have to win out, and hopefully you get some help. Now, and then there's also a scenario where John A. Logan loses a few games, and then you beat them. Maybe you have the tiebreaker on them, and then you have second over them. There's a lot of scenarios, but that is probably the easiest way is Swick wins out and Vincennes loses 2 games. Okay, so let's say second place. As I was saying, Steven, you're talking about third place tonight. Where are you going to get that, right? Well, this is where third place comes into play. If you don't get second place, you want third place, obviously. But I'm going to tell you my rationale behind that, because let's say Swick gets 4th place tonight. Let's say Swick will finish 4th going to the region tournament. If you are 4th place going into the region tournament, you have to most likely play Kaskaskia the first game at 12. I think it's at 12 o'clock, 12:30 on that Saturday afternoon, right? If it goes any way like it did the first time against Kaskaskia, it's going to be an absolute dog battle. Like, we're going to have to be fighting. It's going to probably go 5 sets. And let's say we win that. Then we have to play Vincent's or Johnny Logan later that night. And we're already tired. We just had a battle 5-set. We have to do it again. I don't know how that's going to play. I'd rather us play a team like Frontier, or it looks like it's going to be Frontier as a 6th seed, or maybe Lincoln Trail if they find a way to get in. I'd rather we get that. I know Frontier's tough, but I'd rather get them than Kaskaskia and maybe, beat them and hopefully in 4 sets like we did last time, and then get Johnny Logan that night if they get the 2 or Vincent's, whoever, and have a better shot playing them, and then we'll see what happens. We want, I think the 2 or the 3 seed is what we want, and we can get started getting there with the win here tonight over Lakeland College. The Lakers of the Blue Storm are coming up in just a few minutes here at home. Feels good to be back at home. We're going to be on the road next week, right? We got Jeffco tomorrow. We have Johnny Logan Monday, which looks like if Johnny wins tonight, they are I forget who they're playing. I'll have that for you at the end of the first set. I forgot about that. It looks like they're going to be probably in first place come Monday. So we'll see if we can make it, another win over a first-place team, knock maybe Johnny Logan out at first place come Monday. And then we have Mineral Area Tuesday. And I don't know if you guys follow is volleyball like I do. This is just me over this year. I've just been following every single team in the district. It's bad. It's actually more of an addiction, maybe an obsession. I don't know. It's not. It's almost unhealthy. It feels like, because every single night I'm at 6:30, 7 o'clock already looking at scores and figuring out who's playing and getting all that together. It's a lot. Middle Area lost to Missouri State West Plains in 5 sets last night. Middle Area is like the number 14 team in the country, and they just lost to Missouri State West Plains, who's under 500. That doesn't mean anything, obviously, because they always play tough teams. They're always good. They actually were a team that made the national tournament last year. But I don't know who we want. I really don't know who we rather have in the district tournament, because the bottom line, whoever we get, it's going to be tough. But try to make the easiest path possible. I thought it's going to be really tough. It's going to be a battle. So that's how it's going to be really interesting to see how we play at Middle Area Tuesday. I'm hoping, obviously, we would like to win, but that's all right if we don't. Just have a good performance, because, hey, we don't have to beat them. We just need to beat them come November. All right, our player of the game guest from Monday night is Ashlyn Hughes. She joins me now, and then open and serves after that here from Southwestern Illinois College. Joined by our player of the game guest. It is Ashlyn Hughes. Ash, thanks for taking time to join me.
Of course.
You guys get it done in 3 sets. You've made it 8 straight wins. Kind of thoughts of this one. I know the Falcons kind of a opponent where you should be able to take control, and you guys did that. Kind of were able to win by a couple lopsided scores there.
Right. Well, when we play teams like this, it's just hard to beat them how we should beat them, which was not this close. But I think at the end of the day, we still won the game. So.
Yes, that's true. Which we'll get to the overall point, 8 straight wins, and talk a little bit about Vincent's on Thursday. You girls played really good. Obviously, you and the other middles, it's kind of the big point of a big part of that win, but also whole team came together. That's kind of what I want to talk about. I mentioned it to a few of the girls. You guys felt like, to me at least, in that game, was the most connected, the most together you guys were. You guys were getting loud for each other and just showing excitement.
Yeah. I think what it came down to was our energy and our momentum. I think that's what we've kind of been missing in the game where we play like Mineral Area and Indian Hills and teams like that. We are kind of coming into it with a losing mindset that, oh, we can't pull this off. Oh, we can't beat them. When in reality, we can. And I think the win on Thursday against Vincennes really proved that to ourselves, that if we have the right momentum, if we have the right energy, and we're all coming together, hyping each other up, bringing energy, we can win. So I think I'm excited for postseason to see where that takes us.
You guys, we talk about us tonight, but also the big one in region play. Vincennes falling in 4 to Frontier.
Crazy.
What's your thoughts on that? Because I know you got told in between the games.
Yeah. So when we heard that, so I knew Frontier took the first set, and then when we got told Frontier won in 4, I was shocked. But honestly, at the same time, I think I kind of felt like they were going to lose just because after we beat them, they went on a 4 losing streak.
They've lost 3 straight now,
I
4
think,
straight.
honestly, we destroyed their confidence. I think they were a really cocky team, and they were like, we can beat anybody. And then by beating them, we kind of took them down a notch and kind of like kicked the puppy. They were like, dang, like we're not that good, which they're not that good. They're honestly like an average team, and I think it's just the fact that they've been a winning program and they have this reputation behind them that makes it hard to be like, oh, we're not good, when in reality they are good. But honestly, I'm so proud of us for winning that game, and I'm so proud of Frontier. First of all, let's go Frontier. I didn't think I was going to be rooting for another region team, but go Frontier.
Well, let's talk about that real quick too, because now I keep talking about how the door is starting to open up a little bit. The crack is getting wider and wider, and tonight once we get out of here, I'm going to do my region standings update. There is a big opportunity this week. Obviously, I just mentioned you guys are in sole possession of third. You have to beat Lakeland Wednesday to say that, but there's an opportunity right now where we might be able to get second place before the region tournament.
Yes.
Just talk about the opportunity you guys have right now in region play, because everything, as I just mentioned, everything's starting to open up.
I think this is just like the end of the year last year. Towards the end of the year last year, the top 4 teams were pretty even, and I think this is where it's starting to lead us, is like teams are finally coming together and clicking together just like we are, that it's opening, like you're saying, it's opening the door for everybody. I think John A is beatable. I think Lakeland's beatable. I think we could overall win the region, and you know what that means, the best spot possible in districts, and then us winning districts. So I think that's the more and more teams get more competitive, and the more we get closer towards postseason, it's just going to get bigger and bigger. And then, we play Lakeland on Wednesday. I think we're going to win that game. And then I think we're going to win the game against John A on Monday. And I think that's us right there.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Would we take region if we beat John A, or no? We would be second.
We would, I got to do math on that. We wouldn't be in first, I'll tell you that. I think we'd still be in third, I want to say.
If we beat Lakeland because Vincennes has it.
Still has
they have 2 losses. How many? Yes. We have 3?
Yes. Huh. And they have the tiebreaker on us.
Hey, they play John A, so John A could beat them.
Vincennes has to play Lakeland Friday, too.
Yeah. They could take some losses right there.
All right, Ashlyn, thanks for, as always, taking the time to let you go. Thank you. And And we welcome you in here to Southwestern Illinois College. It's a Wednesday night in region play, and what a battle it will be tonight. A battle for third place between two of the top 4 teams in the region. The Lakers of Lakeland College, the Blue Storm of Southwestern Illinois College. We welcome you in. Steven Stock with you. Always glad to have you along. What a matchup we got tonight, folks. One that you probably have had circled since the first time around when we lost to Lakeland up there in Mattoon. We talk about that game, and there's 2 real easy areas where Swick just did not play good in, and that first off was serve receive. The Lakers end up having, this is crazy by the way, 13 service aces, 7 of them coming alone from their setter in Charlotte Wilkerson, 3 of them coming from the libero in Reese Brunking. They had 13 aces. That's one area where we've seen Swick, their serve receive, got a lot better since then. I mean, they were just not being able to pass the ball off that first hit. You know, you're in the ball served right at you, and they just were getting aced every time, it felt like. And, well, we talked about they went down early in those sets. And that's one of the reasons why they went down early in sets. Swick is in pink jerseys, white text rules libero. Addison Walton is in white with pink text and numerals. Lakeland is in black with red text rules libero, and Brunken is in white with red text and numerals. Swick is on your left, attacking left to right. Lakers will attack right to left. That one's out. No touch. Lakers want one. We will not get it. And Swick has the opening point, 1-0. That was one area where Swick did not do well. Another thing was assists. Swick had only 20 assists in the ball game, which kind of piggybacks off what I just talked about, not passing the ball well off a serve. Obviously getting aced. 20 assists from Lacey Pullman and Addie Worson combined. That is not what they do. We've seen Lacey and Addie combined for way more than that, especially when you talk about them, they're averaging about 9.5, 10 assists per ball game combined, and they should be at least putting up 30 in 3 sets. They only did 20. That's because Swick wasn't getting many of his kills either. There's Bailey Henry going to get on the board. She has her first kill tonight, and it's 2-0. Swick hit well, 278, and you're like, okay, well, they should have won. But obviously, I just talked about those 2 areas. Lakers only hit 223, and Swick had some great games. Grace Johnson had 10 kills. She hit 455. Maddie Gibbs had 6 on 222, but that's where it drops off. There's no Ashley Hughes in the top, no Brooke Miller, and forgot what Brooke did in that game. As that's going to be blocked by Ashley Hughes, it's 3-0. Brooke Miller had probably, I'm going to say this right now, probably her worst game of the season. I think she only had like 1 kill, hit like 200 or something, I want to say, or 100. Easily her worst game, but she has been so good this season, so it was really weird to see her off like that. But we'll be honest, you know, did not have a great game. That's going to be a point for Swick, 4-0 early on. A violation goes against the Lakers. So just like it felt like against Vincennes, a couple of your players did not play, your best players did not play as good as they could have. And here we are now, a week later from that, a week removed from that Vincennes game where you had those players that struggled first time around. Well, they stepped up big time and brought you the win. Can that happen again here against Lakeland? So we're looking to see if Brooke Miller can just continue what she's been able to do. Ashley Hughes, another one that struggled against Lakeland first time around. As we're going back and forth here, Lakers still trying to get on the board. Here comes a swing. Grace is there. Someone's got to get there. Lacey does. And it'll be Layla sitting over. Swick back with that starting lineup. The usual starting lineup after changing it up Monday. That one's blocked to the left side. It's going to land. And it's 5-0 Blue Storm. And a timeout by Lakeland College. Lakers need an early one. It's 5-0 early on. How about this start, folks? Cannot ask for better. 5-0 back in a moment here from Southwestern Illinois College. Nothing. Lakeland will pass it left out of the timeout. That's going to be blocked. Ashlyn Hughes had it. And it's 5-0. 6-0, sorry. You see another serve coming on the line drive. Lakeland throwing it left. Tip over. Lacey got there, diving right in the middle, made a play, then a hit over, off the touch, got it, 7-0 as it goes out. Seven out there early on. Swictus right out of the gate, wasted no time. So go to Grace on a dig. Lacey throwing it right. We'll throw back to the left. Addie able to send over a roll shot. She does. Lakeland coming middle. Tip over. Henry's there going for Pullman. Now Walton will send it over on that third hit. Lakers coming back. They'll set it right. Blocked. Bailey Henry was there. And it's 8-0. We've talked about Swick having slow starts where, they're inconsistent. Not playing their best game. Well, here we are now. It's 8-0. And probably, I'm trying to think, have we started like this before all season? I don't think we've started off 8-0. And they tried to do a center dump, did not work. Bailey, left side, swings over. Lakeland serves to Libero and Brunken. He'll throw it right. Here comes a swing off the block. Johnson going to Pullman. Right side for Layla. Swing, got it off the touch. 9-0. Nothing. So we obviously didn't go up 9-0 against Vincennes, but had something very close to this where we were just playing really good, and then Lacey, I don't know what that was, just went off her hand, and it's 9-1. Lakeland, that's how Lakeland gets on the board tonight. Lakeland will have their first serve here with Sydney Walker. I mean, just a ball that rolled right off the hands of Lacey Pullman on her serve. I'm not sure. There's a swing put down the right side by Bernanke De Aleo, freshman out of the Dominican Republic, and it's 9-2. Another serve here for Walker. Lacey's had a really good career. Obviously, high school was very good at Class 1A state champion. As Ashley Hughes will tip it over, and it's 10-2, but probably could say confidently that might be one of her worst serves she's had. I mean, she's been great for the service line. Just one of those that just went right off the head and went straight to the floor. But before that, led a very good service run. Bailey Henry from the service line to launch that one out. We have back-to-back service errors, and well, here we go. You know me at the service errors. That's our 150th of the season. Like I said, we're averaging, I think, just about 2 errors per set right now. And I've talked about, that's something we got to clean up. Well, Lakeland's going to follow up with an error of their own. That one just went out. 11-3. Brooke Miller will check in. Addison Walton will come out. Noah Libero with Ashlyn Hughes back to serve. Ash will serve this one. And then what is going on? That's our third straight service error. Got to lock in a little bit. We got to lock in. 11-4. Came in 163 aces on the season compared to 148 service errors, and just got her 151st out of the year. Let's see if Lakeland gets one. Nope, we'll go to Walton, though, on the receive. Pullman going left side for Johnson. Going to be blocked. Lakeland on the left, it will land on their side. And a kill makes it 12-4. We've tripled Lakeland's points. Addie Wernson and Nalea Furlow will come in. Lacey Pullman, Layla Porter out. Let's see if Addie can get one over. She's been really good serving. I think it was 4 aces in the win against Southeastern Illinois Monday. Only 2 behind Lacey Pullman this season. Let's see if she can break the streak of 3 straight service errors. Puts it in play. Perfect serve. There we go. Lakeland will send it back. Henry throwing it left for Johnson. Free ball coming. Lakers going middle. Now to the left. Swing. Launched it out. They're going to say off the touch. That's what it looked like. The ball path definitely changed. And it's 12-5. Swick does not contest that, so they agree. Bella Austin, one of their best players, averaging just about 3 kills per set, 223 and 75 this season. 2.97%. Swick will send it over, but hit the antenna. Now it'll go out, 12-6. Six-point game. Next one's over, so go to Grace. Now going for Addie in the middle for Brooke. Tip over. The Lakers there as they lay out. They'll sit it over the left on a swing. Addie steps up is there. Now throwing it for Walton, the other Addie. Now to Grace left side. Found a good spot. Grace Johnson makes it 13-6. She had a really rough game on Monday against Southeastern Illinois. Hit negative. I think she only had like 6 total attempts or whatever. Had like an error and no kills, which obviously will get you a negative hit percentage every time. Maddie Gibbs will come in for Bailey Henry. Grace will serve it over. So we'll see if she can bounce back here. It's a good start for her. Warrenson will throw it left for Gibbs. Blocked, out of bounds, no touch. 14-6. Swick will tie their largest lead. And obviously, it's a little tough sometimes to beat those teams you should beat more by. Usually, I know Swick, they beat Southeastern like 25-12, 25-12, 25-10 first time around. There's DeLeo with the block on the right side. And Lakeland will use their second timeout. Swick has their largest lead midway through, 15-6 here in set one. Back in a moment here from Southwestern Illinois College. Only 2 teams off in region play tonight. Region play, it's been getting busy. We had a 5-game slate a couple weeks ago. We got 4 tonight. What did I say? John A. and Kaskaskia are the 2 teams that are off tonight, I believe. That's wrong standing. Sorry, I was trying to pull up. That's going to be another kill, though. Right out of the timeout. Swick's up by double digits. There it is. John A. and Kaskaskia, the 2 teams off tonight. Frontier and Shawnee playing. You got Wabash at Lincoln Trail, and then Southeastern Illinois at Vincennes. We'll be tracking those and hopefully get some finals for you on the postgame show. And we'll be giving you that standing outlook at the end of this first set. There's going to be a kill on the left side. Sydney Walker trying to get the Lakers back into it. They're down early in set one, 16-7. Point differentials are everything you're tracking. I have Swick wins in 3 sets. The next tiebreaker after sets, it would both be tied in the sets. Tiebreaker is point differential. Well, Lakeland beat us by 19, so we got to be able to beat them by 19 tonight. We got a good start. Brooke Miller puts us back up by 10. Ashlyn Hughes will come in for Brooke Miller. Will be Addison Walton back to serve. This one's going to be over. Near the net, Hughes trying to battle, make a play, and it's going to land on the Swick side. Maddie ended up hitting it into the net, couldn't follow it up, and it's 17-8. Going to be a busy next few games for Swick next few weeks. Lakeland's going to play Vincennes on Friday. What a matchup that will be, and we'll kind of know who we want to win that. That's going to be a rocket ace by Charlotte Wilkerson. It's their first of the night, and so far you've kind of seen our serve receive be a lot better than it was first time around. We'll see if that holds tonight. Wilkerson with her 26th ace of the season, 3rd most for the Lakers. This goes to Gibbs. In the middle for Waltz. He'll throw it back left for Maddie. She'll swing it over, out. Lakeland now within 7. They've scored 3 straight. We'll know after tonight who we want to win that game on Vincennes Lakeland Friday. I said this, I feel very confident in us. If we win tonight, we're going to finish 3rd no matter what. Hughes, put down easy. What a ball. I mean, I'm going to give credit to Ashlyn, obviously. Great kill, but let's give credit to Addie, too, on that set. That was perfect. Perfect ball. 18-8. Lacey Pullman, Layla Porter will check in to Leah Furlow, Addie Wernson out. And I really, as we get back to that rotation we've been rocking, after with Addie coming back last Thursday, we changed it up Monday for Southeastern Illinois as Lacey Pullman will serve it out. That's our 4th error of the night. How many errors do we have against Lakeland first time around? We had 0 aces, 9 errors. That's another thing I wanted to bring up as well. We had 9 service errors, no aces against Lakeland first time around. We're at 4 already in this first set. We're on pace to beat that if that trend holds tonight. Ash, another swing, and she's on a whole nother level right now. Ashlyn Hughes, 19-11. Back to the rotation I'm talking about. Our rotation, the group of girls we have playing right now has been really, really good. We found what's worked. Maddie will serve it. Everyone's just making plays at another service error, back to back. That's our 5th of the night. Maddie Gibbs will come out. Bailey Henry back in. Serve here is going to be an ace for Lakeland. That's their second. I believe that was Tessa Celia had it. Lakeland's within 6. Wick will use that first time out. We got to be able to hold on to this lead. It's 19-13 after being up by as many as 10. The Lakers are coming back just like we saw with Vincennes Thursday. Good teams will come back, but is that lead enough to hold? We're up by 6. Need only just 6 more. Back in a moment here from Southwestern Illinois College. Another serve here for Lakeland coming out of the Swick timeout. And it's over. Henry's there on the receive. Lacey going for Ash. Lakeland kept it alive. Third hit coming over. It's out. Another kill for Ashlyn Hughes, who has been just incredible tonight so far. That's one of those players that I just talked about that Swick needed to step up after a rough game first time around. And here we go. Blocked. Lakeland will try to get middle. They'll throw it back to the left. Another swing put down. Bailey's there. Lacey to the right. Gets there. Goes back to Ash. Roll shot over. Lakers middle. Goes right off of Pullman. A kill. 20-14. We are the first team to 20, though. Hughes will come out. Walton back in. Brooke Miller also came in before that for Walton. And Lakeland's got a substitute here. Winners of 8 straight, and I did some notes on Swick's longest win streaks, and I kind of talked about it a little bit on Monday with our 10-game win streak last year. With the knowledge I had, there's Brooke Miller with the kill. Perfect set, perfect ball put down, 21-14, we're within 4. The NJCA website for Swick Volleyball, at least, does not let you go back before 2012. I think 12-13 is that last year lets you go back, at least for me last year, and I messed around with it this time around this year. I was like, okay, I got to find a way to get past this because there other team stats are out there that's before 2012. I can get to that. Why can't I get to ours? So I did some work on it. Grace Johnson gets a kill within 3, and we're able to bypass that. I'm all the way back to 2000 now, and the only years I'm missing is 02, is it 03, 04? I think of the 2 years I'm missing since 2000. So that's what to let you know. I was able to research all that. That's going to be a kill on the right side. And Lakeland will make it 22-15. So I want to, when we probably get to the post game, I'll try and bring that up and get you all the numbers on that because it's actually interesting. I did that last night. Swick's 8-game win streak right now is the 4th longest since then. And the 10-game win streak last year did tie the longest. That's going to be a block for Lakeland and making this one close. Just as you expect. I mean, they went down by 10. Swick had, I believe it was 2 10-game win streaks in the 2000s. But Swick was able to tie that last year. We could get that at 10 with the win tonight and a win tomorrow at Jeffco. Grace, left side swing, dug out by Brunken. Coming back, goes to libero counterpart in Walton. Wernson going for Miller. Found a spot right in the middle. And just like Ashlyn Hughes, Brooke Miller having a way better game than she did first time around. And I was looking at her stats a couple days ago, probably a week or 2 ago. And she hasn't, I mean, every single game she's been consistent, been really, really good. I can't talk about how big that's been for Swick this year to have a middle in Brooke Miller. You can count on almost all the time, if not all the time, to make a play. That's what she's been this year. Nalea Right side. Lakeland pass it around. Will go to libero. Brunken sent over. Warrenson going for Walton. Left side for Maddie. Swing off the block. Lakers track it down. Going right side. Now they'll throw it left. Here comes the swing. Maddie's there. Addie going back to Maddie. Off the block. Maddie Gibbs with the kill. 24-16. Set point here in set one in favor of the Blue Storm of Southwestern Illinois College. Grace service over. Lakeland throwing it near the right line. It's going to land. Grace Johnson ends the first set, 25-16. A 9-point win here in the first set and a great start. Swick last year did not take a single set in the regular season against Lakeland. They did that here the second time around in the first set, 25-16. We're up 1-0 in a big game tonight in region play. The battle for third place. Second place coming up. We'll take a break before that second set starts. We will take you to the region standings in a big night. We'll talk all about it next when we come back out of a timeout. Welcome back, Region 24 game day. The Lakers of Lakeland College here at Southwestern Illinois. Steven Stockman, always glad to have you along. Region game day, as I mentioned, the region standings, the outlook is on your screen right now. And what a busy day it was on Monday. A 4-game game day on Monday. And Swick took down Southeastern in 3, but the big one was Frontier taking down Vincennes in 4. Kudos to the Bobcats, an absolute battle. Remember, I'm watching it. Get it set up for our game. Watched it during the Swick game and how well Frontier, they battled, absolutely battled. That's a hard-fought win, and they got it done. Vincennes, I looked at numbers, did not play great. They had like 162. But Vincennes, I know they were missing at least one player, and Kinley Sullivan would not play in the game Thursday against Swick. I believe she's going to be back either tonight or Friday for Lakeland because she's been battling an illness. Johnny Logan took down Shawnee in 3. Kaskaskia took down Lincoln Trail in 3 on Monday. Matchups tonight, Lakeland at Swick, Southeastern Illinois at Vincennes, Wabash Valley at Lincoln Trail, Frontier at Shawnee. Johnny Kaskaskia is off. Swick is on the right side, attacking right to left. Ashland has it blocked right away. Lakeland's on the board first, 1-0. Johnny in first at 12-1. They have clinched a Region 24 tournament spot. Vincennes in second at 10-2. Swick in third at 9-3. Lakeland in fourth, 8-3. Kaskaskia in fifth at 8-6. Frontier in sixth, holding on that last spot, 7-7 as that one's in the net. We're tied up at 1. Lincoln Trail, the first team out at 5-8. Wabash Valley in eighth at 3-9, and the two eliminated teams, Shawnee and Southeastern Illinois. Swick tacking right to left. Bailey Henry will have the opening serve here in set 2. Grace Johnson, Ashlyn Hughes, Layla Porter, Lacey Pullman, libero. Addison Walton also out there. Great shot by Bailey. Able to adjust, got it off the ceiling. And Swick got it over. Walton going to the left is there. Pullman now for Layla. A little tip over. Lakers track it down. They'll throw it to the right. Swing over. Walton going to Pullman. Lacey going to set Grace. Blocked. Lakeland hitting it backwards. Layla to get over the third hit. Walton now for Pullman. Going to set Hughes. Off the block. Lakers track it down. Now we'll throw it right. Here comes the swing. Off the block. Down line. Walton able to get there with their left hand. Now Layla left-handed swing. Back and forth. Tip over. Denied by the net. On Walker's tip over, just a little bit too soft, and Swick with 2 straight has their first lead to set 2-2-1. Now, forgot to mention this tonight, and I apologize. This is what the numbers say. If Swick wins tonight, and Lincoln Trail loses, we will clinch a Region 24 tournament spot. as Lakeland gets a point back 2-2. Vincent's on the other side is the 2 seed. They will clinch tonight with a win or a Lincoln Trail loss. That's what the numbers say. So we could have 2 clinch scenarios tonight. Zwickau needs both us to win and Lincoln Trail to lose for us to clinch. Vincent just needs one of those for them to win or Lincoln Trail loss. Hughes going in the middle for Pullman. Will set it for Grace, left side, blocked out of bounds. Grace Johnson looking a lot better tonight, too, than she did on Monday. A lot better at. We got some players that, when we get everything clicking like we've had, like Thursday against Vincennes, man, we're scary. Hughes came out. Brooke Miller came in. Lakeland throwing it right. Got around the block off of Bailey to the bench, and it's tied up at 3. This Lakeland team is scary as well, and I mentioned this the first time around when we played them. The record was, what was the record? I got it on my notes. Lakeland was 5-5. 4-5, actually. They were 4-5. Now they're 12-10, and you might be asking, okay, well, they're in fourth place in the region, 8-3. We just got aced, by the way, I believe that was. I think we just got aced for the 3rd time tonight. I wasn't paying much attention. I was trying to look at my notes. Grace on the left side. Gets it back, 4-4. They have had a tough schedule. I look at the region right now and who's had the toughest strength of schedules. Vincent's, us, and Lakeland. But it'd be my top 3. Addie Wernson and Nalea Furlow will come in. Layla Porter, Lacey Pullman out. We've had some really tough games. Had to take on, obviously, Indian Hills, middle area twice. But Lakeland do the same thing. Kill for Zwickau, it's 5-4. We take the lead. Lakeland had to go down to Florida and play in that tournament. And if you know women's volleyball at the Division I level, at the JUCO Division I level, state of Florida runs this thing. Swing right side, blocked out of bounds, tied up at 5. So they had to go down there, and I think they went 1-3. So, they got to win. And some of those sets were close. But an absolute battle. It's a different animal down there when you play those teams. You got a whole different game. They had to play them. They had played Heartland, who's really good at the D2 level. Vincent's, Indian Hills, middle area as well. And it also took on middle area again, too. So they've played them twice. Grace will swing that one out. So they've had some tough games, but just like us, after tonight, things get a little easier for us. I know we still got John A. We got Kaskaskia, but we still got to play Wabash Valley, Lincoln Trail. So we got a couple easier matchups. Lakeland still has to do the top dogs. They still have to play the top dogs after this. Vincent's and Johnny Logan. Blocked. They'll try it again. They'll go to Brunken. The libero throws it right near the net. Tip over. Walton's there. Wernson going for Miller into the net, and Lakeland's up by 2, 7-5. This is their largest lead of the night, by the way. The only time they've led. They still, after this, they'll get Vincent's Friday, Frontier Monday, Southeastern Illinois next Wednesday, Wabash Valley next Friday, and they'll end with Johnny Logan Kaskaskia that Monday and Wednesday in late October. What a week that's going to be. Going to be some fun, at least for me. That's not going to get over. Zwickau will hit Wabash Valley that Monday in the their pink out game, which will be fun. And they'll get Lincoln Trail Wednesday to finish out the season, and then you got that region tournament that weekend. You got to be ready to go. Grace Johnson will serve it. They're able to get it over. Lakers throw it to the left. Got around the block. Walton sent it back. Wernson down the line, going for Walton. That got over. Lakers, middle, throwing it right. Here comes the swing. Got it. Kill for Charlotte Wilkerson, their setter. She's hitting 209. She's actually almost averaging a kill per set, 0.89. That's their setter. But that week's going to be some fun. We got IHSA girls volleyball playoffs. That's going to go in the net on the Maddie Gibbs swing 9-6. So I got to follow Bevel East that week, Tuesday, and hopefully Thursday for the regional championship. Got the 2 seeds, so that's going to be good. And then high school football, I should say football week 1 playoff start that Friday night. So what a week that's going to be. I'm hoping, praying everything works out. That have a game every single night that week. Lakeland, another kill, 10-6. And hopefully all 3 of my teams could go 3 for 3. Pick up a regional championship that Thursday night. Lancer football win that Friday night. And end it off with a Swick Volleyball Region 24 championship that Sunday afternoon. I would not object to that at all. 10-6. Brooke Miller. Swing. Got it. 10-7. And we got basketball coming. Oh, man. Swick basketball this year is going to be fun. Don't even get me started on that. Don't even get me started because we're going to be here all night. We will be here all night. 10-7. Brooke Miller will serve. Ashlyn Hughes came in for the libero and Addison Walton. And it's going to be an ace for Brooke Miller. There we go, Brooke. And she's got, I think, that's her 6th ace in the last 3 games, going back to Vincennes, I believe. That's how good she's been. And so we got basketball coming up. I want to say they play. I know the men's play that Saturday, I believe. That's a kill for Lakeland November 1st. I'm gonna have to miss, unfortunately. But some big games coming up, non-conference play for both the men and the women. Big years. I think it's gonna be big years for both. I was really upset with how the way both seasons ended. The men just never got it clicking at the end. Lost to John A in the first round of the region tournament. And the women finished a game shy in the national tournament. I think this year, though, is going to be really good years for both. I can see both making bids. Maddie Gibbs with the kill. Maddie had a good game Monday, and she was one of my options I was thinking of beginning for a post-game. I went to Ashland. I think maybe I went to her game too early. So I'm hoping Maddie can continue her performance from Monday, what she's doing so far, and maybe she could be the guest type. We got to pull this one out, though. We got to win first. 11-9. Ashland out. Touch, though. And it's 11-10. Lacey Pullman, the one back serving. Lacey with 2 service errors, and probably won't say that in a sentence again this season. She's been really good in department. Now that's her 3rd. I got to stop bringing up service errors because that's our 6th of the night. And we had 9. We had 9 in 3 sets against Lakeland first time around. Got to be able to clean that up. Charlotte Wilkerson will serve. This is a player that gets aces. She aced us 7 times first time around. Won't get it there. Going to set it right. Off the block. Going backwards with Maddie. Now Lacey going right side for Layla. Swing. Lakers are there. They set it to the right. Free ball coming over. Walton down line. Tracks it down. Now for Pullman. Come on. Layla. Blocked. Hughes there on the rebound. Going for Lacey. Now we'll throw it for Maddie. Lakers are there. Now they go to the left. Good block here. Did it. And a kill for Lakeland. 13-10. A lot closer and a lot more than what we expected. What a lot of people expected tonight between these two. The second set's that. We didn't, Swick up by as many as 10 in the first set. It's crazy. Ashlyn Hughes with the kill. Pulls us back within 2. Addie Gibbs will serve it. That one's out. Another service error by Maddie Gibbs. It's our 7th of the night. Gibbs out, Henry's in. And it will be Sydney Walker back to serve. And this Lakeland team, they got some players. That one's going to go out. We'll trade service errors. Got some talent on this team. Sent over on the serve. Lakeland with Walker. Big swing. Pullman's dig coming back. Tracked down by Wilkerson. They'll try it again with Dale Leo. And it's Swick will not be able to get it over. It's a kill. 15-12 back to 3. That was DeLeo in that first swing, not Walker. Got 1 and 10 mixed up. I feel like that's kind of easy numbers to mix up. 1 and 10, in my opinion. I got a lot of numbers that get mixed up. There is an ace for Lakeland and another one tonight. That's at least their 4th. Yeah, I got a lot of just weird numbers. You think, oh, how do you get those transposed? How do you get those mixed up? Well, I don't know. Grace is there on the receive, and it's another ace. Just never followed it up. 5th ace of the night for Lakeland. And we're going to take our first time out of the set. We are down by 5. It's our largest deficit. 17-12. We need a response. Let's see if we get out of a timeout. Back in a moment. Need a little help here. Down by 5, trying to find a way to get out of this deficit. Need a run coming. And no service here out of the timeout. Pullman will throw it for Layla. Her swing is over. We need a Layla kill right now. There's going to be a kill for Dale Leo for the Lakers. 18-12, their largest lead of 6. That's what we're missing right now is a Layla Porter kill. I think she had one earlier. I'm not sure, actually. She might not actually have a kill yet. That's what I'm saying. We need one. Set the tone. Grace, that'll help. What a dig, though, by Walker. Free ball. Just able to get over. Can we catch him off balance, though? Grace blocked. What a job by the Lakers. Effort getting that ball. And didn't end up sending the free ball over and then come back and put a block down. Wow. 19-12, 7-point game. Next one's going to be over. Grace is there on the receive for Pullman. Now going for Henry into the net. We're down by 8. We got a side out. So what we need is a side out here. And there is a service there. That'll help. Gets us to 7. Alea Furlow. Addie Ornston check it in. Lacey Pullman, Layla Porter out. It's like Vincennes is up 2-0 over Southeastern Illinois. Vincennes trying to battle back. That's going to be a kill for Lakeland. They've lost 2 straight region games. They took the first 25-10. No, check that. It looks like they already won. Maybe? Maybe? What am I looking at here? No, they won in 3. Okay. Yeah, Vincennes 1 in 3. That's our first final. So with that, as Lakeland gets their point up by 9. With that, Vincennes is the second team to clinch a Region 24 tournament spot with their win tonight. 2 teams in, 2 teams out. We're down to our last 6, and only 4 of the last 6 can get in. This one's thrown down line. Johnson going for Wernz. Now back to Grace. We're down by 9. Lakeland's largest lead. Our largest lead is 10. They're responding. That'll make it 8 on the block. 22-14. Bailey Henry out. Maddie Gibbs in. Grace Johnson will serve it. This one's going to be over. Lakers throwed it middle out to the left. Swing, blocked. Brooke Miller was there. Pulling within 7, 22-15. Check out Frontier Shawnee here in a moment. Maddie, tip over, got it. 3 straight. Here we go. 22-16. Now what a... It's like Shawnee hosted Frontier. Looks like Frontier's taking the first. Another block. Brooke Miller is there. We got it within 5. That's 4 straight. Looks like Frontier's taking the first. Frontier. Did they take? Yeah, they took the first over Shawnee, 25-17. Write that down some more. Lakeland, big time swing. Salem Star, their sophomore middle, puts it down. 25-17, Frontier had set one over Shawnee. And second set a lot closer, 21-18 Bobcats. Brooke Miller with another kill, gets it back. And the last one I'll get is Lincoln Trail. I'll try to get that in between sets here. Maybe. It's always tough because their stream's not the greatest up there. It's hard to see the score. But I will try my best for you folks as they host Wabash Valley. Ash puts it down, 23-19. Got this within 4. We're just down by 9. This is a 6-1 run. Lakeland with Walker blocked. 23-20. We are coming back here. A 7-1 run. Able to make a play here. See if we can keep this run going. Brooke Miller serves it. Lakeland throwing to left again with Walker. Off the block, got it. Tough to block Walker. She's hitting 182, averaging over almost 3.5 kills per set. 204 and 61. Been a big time player for the Lakers. We're going to take our last time out of the set, hoping to make the last ditch effort. 24-20. It'll be set point for Lakeland when we come back out of the timeout. Reese Brunken, the libero, will have it here for Lakeland at set point. It's set 2 in favor of the Lakers of Lakeland College. Her serve is over. Grace is there. Warrenson throwing it for Hughes. Blocked. Lakeland able to keep it up, and then it goes into the net. 24-21. And we need 3 straight to keep this alive. Lacey Pullman and Layla Porter will check in. And it all goes down to Lacey here. Need to run to 3 straight. 24-21. Lacey's serve is over. Lakers in the middle. Blocked. We'll try it again. They'll throw it to Brunken now. Left for Walker. Swing. Blocked. Ash is there. Going for Pullman. Come on, Maddie. Big time swing. Blocked. We'll try it again. Lacey will throw it for Grace. Just got over at the top of the net, actually. Walker. Left side. Block. Going backwards. 24-22 as it'll land. Lakeland will use the timeout. Not going down without a fight. We were down by as many as 9. We've pulled within 2. 24-22. Back in a moment from Southwestern Illinois College. Well, here we go. Lacey Pullman out of the timeout will serve it. Down by 2. Lakeland swing. Swick is there. Now going for Layla. Got it! I said we needed a Layla Porter kill. No better time to get one. 24-23. And we need one more to keep this one alive. Come on. Let's go, Lacey. Serves it over in the middle. Lakeland throwing it left with Walker. Throws it right for Brunken. Sent over. Layla going for Addison. Going to set Maddie left side swing. Lakers are there. Middle. Now left with Walker. Swing. Got it. Sydney Walker. Back left corner. Off the touch as Grace did a heck of a job to get there. But Lakeland takes the second. 25-23. But it's going to be a battle between these two tonight. Swick came back down by as many as 9 and pulled it to 24-23. We kind of saw a little bit of inconsistency there. We did not see a moment like that against Vincennes on Thursday, where we kind of had that run and let Lakeland take over. Did a good job, or let Vincennes take over. We let Lakeland take over in that second. Did a good job, though, coming back. We'll see how it goes in the third. 25-23, Lakeland in the second. Third set coming up in a moment. We come back here from Southwestern Illinois College. Swick this season, when they took that first set, when they win the first set of the game this year, are 13-1. But how about when the other team comes back and takes the second set? Swick this season is 1-1 when tied at 1-1 after 2 sets. That one loss came to Vincennes. Can I think of the win? Can I think of the win? I'm trying to think of the win. What was the win that we were tied up 1-1 after 2 sets? Was it Olive Harvey? I thought they took the third, though. Oh, man. I don't. When were we tied 1-1? Trying to think. Frontier, they took the third on us. Casio went down 2-0. Wabash, we were up 2-0. Lincoln Trail, there it is. There it is, folks. How about that poll? Stuart Stock, glad to have you along. You know, you got so much numbers, so much stats. You forget what you're talking about in some of them. Well, that's what happened there for me. Swick is 13-1 when they win the first, and 1-1 when we're tied up 1-1 after 2 sets. We're back on the left. We'll tack left to right. Lacey Pullman will have the opening serve. She is out there with Maddie Gibbs. Excuse me, Grace Johnson, Layla Porter, Ashlyn Hughes. The libero is Addison Walton. It will be Lacey that will serve it. We'll get this one over. Underway in the third set. Walker swing, blocked. Lakers coming back. We'll send over a free ball. Walton's there. Pullman going for Hughes. There's Ashland on the board. 1-0. Forgot to. Oh, I did get you a link. I do have a Lincoln Trail score update for you. As they're hosting Wabash Valley. Swick is rooting for the Warriors to come back and win. As I say, come back. I believe Lincoln Trail has taken the first 2. I know they took the first. They were up 20-11 in the second. We'll look right now and see what that looks like. Maddie, swing over. Lakers are there in the middle set. Swing. Gonna stay up. Kill. 2-0 Lakeland. Or sorry, 1-1. What? Get it right. Looks like, wow, 25-12 Lincoln Trail. Wow. So Lincoln Trail's up 2-0 in Wabash Valley. And I was telling Coach this on Monday after the game on the way home. I said, you know, we're in a better, we're in a better spot. There's a kill for Lakeland too. We're obviously in a better spot than we were a few weeks ago. And I say, hey, after that Frontier win, man, I'd be scared to see where we're at if we would have lost to Frontier, lost to Kaskaskia. That was a big win at the time over Frontier, and it still is with how good Frontier's been over the last few weeks. Blocked by Hughes. Lakeland kept it alive. What a play by Brunken. Libero. Layla. Blocked. Grace is there on the rebound. Going for Lacey. Now for Ash. Tip over. Lakers are there. Middle now throwing it left. Down line, Lacey. Now going for Addison. Now left side for Maddie. Lakers keeping it alive. Walker, I think it was Brunken actually got the free ball. Walton now for Pullman. Come on. Gibbs couldn't get it over. Back and forth, back and forth. Swing right side, put down. Bernanca De Leo makes it 3-1. That win at Frontier, I mentioned it right at that time. I said, there may be an opportunity, a time when we come into the last 2-3 weeks of the season and we're battling for a region tournament spot. Got to go back to that game against Frontier, which is such a huge win. Lincoln Trail, this gets me to Lincoln Trail. They're in a tough spot right now with them losing the tiebreaker to Frontier as Layla Porter's on the board here in set 3. So Lincoln Trail is 5-8. Frontier is 7-7. Lincoln Trail, to get in, they have to have a better record than Frontier. They can't tie. Frontier has the tiebreaker on Lincoln Trail. They split each other in the 2 matchups. Grace will sit over free ball. Lakeland throwing it left with Walker. Dug out by Maddie. Sits it back. Lakers going right. Block. Come on, Layla. Couldn't get there in time. 4-2. They split the 2 matchups, and then the next tiebreaker after that, when it's tied and head-to-head, is sets, and it's set win percentage. Well, they both 1-4, so they're both 4-4 against each other. So that they're still tied. So the next one's point differential, which Frontier has by a point over Lincoln Trails. Ashlyn Hughes pulls us back within 1. It's 4-3. So Lincoln Trail, Frontier has it by 1 over Lincoln Trail, which that is as close as it gets, right? Close as it gets, which really makes things tough for the Statesmen to battle back. Grace, left side. Off the block, Layla tracked down Lacey. Now going for Maddie's swing. Dug out by Brunken. They'll throw it middle. Maddie's there. Lacey now going for Brooke. Tip over. She came in for Ashlyn. Swing right side. Maddie's there near the net. Goes into the net on the hit by Layla. She was run out of room. 5-3. But whoever gets into that 6th spot, if Kaskaskia falls down to 6, that's always a possibility. Or if it's Frontier, Lincoln Trail. Or, or Wabash if they can make a run. Can't count them out. They still got to play Frontier. Blocked off of Brooke, but it lands on the Swick side. But whoever gets in that last spot, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough team to face if that's Frontier or Lincoln Trail. Lincoln Trail, they're a team that deserves a lot more credit and respect than I think people give them. We have a timeout here. Referee discussing something here with the Lakeland coach, Lainey Jackson, in her 3rd season. 51-35 is her record coming into tonight, a .593 win percentage, and it's something with the rotation, it looks like. As Swick will gather and talk while they sort things out. Let's see what we get here. Let's try to figure all this out. Rotations, they always confuse me. I've done this I'm in my 5th year broadcasting. I've covered numerous volleyball teams. I still don't get to get the rotation stuff. I've had a lot of times where we get in spots like this where it's confusing and I don't know what's going on. And so they're going to give the point to Swick off of a I assume incorrect rotation because I don't, like I said, half the time I don't know what's going on. But Swick will make it 5-4. We'll take those points. There was one time, I can't remember what game it was. I think it was boys volleyball at Beverly East. We were in a timeout trying to figure out rotations for probably at least 5 minutes, I want to say. It was a long time. And that's kind of the boat we're in right now, as the two refs are over to discuss, trying to figure out, what do we got? As I keep that point, Layla Porter and Lacey Pullman out. Addie Wernson into Leia Furlow will check in. It will be Addie back to serve. 4 aces Monday against Southeastern Illinois. Be no better time to get one here and tie this one up early on. Addie will serve it. Gets it over. Brooke battling to the net. Point against Lakeland. Violation goes against them. Point for us. We're tied at 5. Next one's over. And that's in. Addie Wernson with an ace. There we go. Asking his shot received. Just a point, extra point later. Addie with her 28th of the season. Now one behind Lacey, who has the team lead. Can tie her up here soon. And there is Lakeland going to one right back. Bella Austin, the sophomore outside out of Effingham, Illinois, will tie it up at 6. I want to say she's probably the closest player to Mattoon on this roster for them. I know Tatopoulos is on here twice with the 2 of their players. But Effingham, I know, obviously less than a 30-minute drive. Brooke Miller, yes, with the kill, and it's 7-6. Grace Johnson back to serve. Like an ace from her. Won't get one here. Lakeland left side. Addie did not hit it, 8-6. Those always scare me because it's, probably it's tough down there. You got to make a call. Do you let it go out? Are you going to play it? And for a libero like Addison Walter, who's been very experienced, been very good in her career, had a very good high school career, that's going to be an ace. Grace Johnson. But just a little, I'm like 1 point ahead is what it feels like tonight. 9-6. Swick with a 6-1 run. And we lead by 3. I'm going to get my point in real quick before I take a timeout and say with an experienced libero like Addison Walter, the decision's probably pretty easy for her, but maybe not for me to let a ball go out. That's why I'm up here not playing the game. 9-6, set 3, back in a moment. Grace serving out of the timeout. Another point for Swick as it's 10-6. It was 5-3 Lakeland. 7-1 run. Another service over. Lakers in the middle. Throw it left with Austin into the net. And it's 11-6. So it's going to go to libero and Brunken. Lakeland in the middle. Tip over. Found a spot. Salen Saar hitting 241. Gets the kill. Out of Turkey. Got a couple international players. They got a player out of Moscow, Russia, Dominican Republic, and De Leo, Turkey, and I think that's all of them. Yeah, 3 international players. Grace there on the right line. Throwing it for Walton. Left side for Maddie. Hit the antenna. 11-8, 3-point game. Next serve coming. Got it over the line drive. Walton there. Warrenson going for Brooke. Down line, out. 3 straight by Lakeland. They pulled this to 11-9. Once they're going to have to lock in here. We got to side out. Next serve is over. Walton in the middle. Going for Warrenson. Will set right side to Leia. Lakers are there. Now throwing it left with Walker. Blocked. Brooke Miller on the right side. 12-9. Ashlyn Hughes back in. That's the one I like out there right now. Brooke Miller will serve. Addison Walton out. I wish we could have Brooke and Ashlyn out there at the same time, which I know kind of makes things tough with your 2 middles. But imagine having them 2 out there at the same time. As Grace couldn't get there, point for Lakeland. And Brooke will come out. I guess we just had them both out there, but like I'm saying, like the whole set, not just that one rotation. Walton back in, Brooke Miller out. It'll be Lakeland's libero Reese Brunken to serve it. She leads them at aces, 33 on the season, averaging .44%. Ashlyn swing right to Brunken, the libero, who's there. Lakeland middle. Walton's there. Gibbs throwing it right side to Leia into the net, and it's a 1-point game, 12-11. Lakers can tie it up here. I forgot. I realized this last night too, and I was doing my notes. I forgot to ask Ashlyn, who was our post-game guest Monday, how she felt about being passed up by Brooke Miller in kills. I forgot to ask her about that because I know she would have had a response. Malaya out, 13-12-12. Back-to-back hit errors by Swick have tied this up. We're running out of time now. I know, on the road, trying to be as quick as I can on the post-game. Don't need to be there too long. I'm trying to head out. Get you. So that's why I forgot. That's fine. There'll be another time. I know that one's out, 13-12. So I'm just hoping Brooke stays with the lead and kills. She's got 3 more than Ashlyn coming in tonight. 158-155. I'm just hoping it stays like that. We can ask Ashlyn sometime how she feels about that. Lacey Pullman and Layla Porter back in. We saw Nalea Furlow and Addie Warrenson come out. That one's going to be dug out. Swick going with Johnson. Now left side for Gibbs. Her swing's over. Lakers throwing it to the right. Free ball coming by Walker. Hughes. Pullman. Left side Gibbs. Swing. Blue Stormer there off the block. Now going to Layla right side. Lakers coming back. Going left with Walker. Walton's there. Gibbs. Now we'll throw it for Johnson. Swing. Great job by Brunken going to her left. They're going to Walker again. Off the block. Walton. Pullman. Pass coming for Gibbs. Looking for the kill. Hit the antenna. Tied up at 13. Next one's over. Grace is there on the receive for Pullman. Right side for Gibbs. Blocked it. It's going to go off of Maddie and land. 14-13. Lakeland's came back and retaken the lead. Left-handed serve by Wilkerson into the net. We'll take that. 14-14. Not many service errors by Lakeland tonight. I'm not even going to talk about us. Nope. Not going to jinx anything. Nope. Not even going to bring it up. 14-14. Especially with us going to the line right now to serve. Maddie Gibbs will have it right in the middle. Wilkerson pass. Going to the left side. Free ball over. Gibbs. Pullman. Come on, Hughes. There's Ashlyn. 2 straight. Reary take the lead by 1. 15-14. Needed that one there. Needed 2 straight. Take 3 straight, too. Goes to Libero and Brunken. They'll throw it left. Got it for a kill. All tied up at 15. Lakeland with a tie game will serve it at 15. Pullman, left side for Johnson, had it blocked. And the Lakers retake it. They get 2 straight of the road, 16-15. Another serve. This one's over. Walton's there on the receive for Pullman. Throwing it right side. Porter. Block. Grace there on the rebound. Lakers coming back. Set middle. Got it. 17-15. Tessa Seeley had that one. A sophomore to Sylvan, Illinois. Lakers with 3 straight. Big time matchup tonight. Winner will move to 3rd place in the region standings and have a huge advantage over the other one for the rest of the season. Need a point here. Grace, yes! 17-16. Addison Walton will serve it. Lakers coming back on the right. Launched, Lacey. Come on, Maddie, get there. No. Went to the back right corner. Bernanca De Leo at the kill. Puts the Lakers back up by 2. (18-16), a 2-point game. Maddie throwing it backwards. Grace able to get there. She ends up kind of falling down a little bit, trying to make a play, and then Swickle sent it out. Too strong on a free ball, and we're down by 3, and we're going to take a timeout. Got some work to do once again late here in the third, 19-16, as the Lakeland Lakers lead the Blue Storm. Back in a moment. From Shawnee, Frontier took the second, 27-25. Wow. And they're in the third, Frontier leading 21-12 at Shawnee. Vincent's already 1-3 over Southeastern Illinois, and then Lincoln Trails up 2-0 at sets of Wabash Valley, and put straight back down by Salen Sarr, their middle, who just swung it straight back, 20-16. Lakers are the first team to 20 here in this third set. Lakeland will serve it. And it's an ace. He's going to let that one go near the back line. 21-16. Another ace for Lakeland. It's at least their 6th. Tessa Seeley with her 17th of the season. Got to side out here. Come on. Serve here by Lakeland. This will go to Walton. Now for Pullman. We'll throw it for Layla right side. Got it off the block. Good response by Layla Porter. 21-17. Layla Porter will check out. Same thing with Lacey Pullman. Addie Winston and Joy Hurley will check in. Joy coming in for the first time. She had a very solid game Monday against Southeastern Illinois. Very solid game. Like 280, I want to say. Had a couple kills. Brooke Miller off the block. What a play by Walker to track it down. Free ball over. Walton. Winston going to set Grace left side. Blocked. Lakers send it back. Winston there. Now for Miller. Roll shot over. Lakers coming back middle. Swing. Got it down line. 22-17. See if Joy Hurley can provide a little bit of a spark right now, late in this third set. Maybe she can put one down, and all of a sudden we're talking a run coming. You never know. So we need 22-17, a 5-point game. Serve here by Lakeland's over. Grace is there, going for Walton. Now we'll go to Joy on the right side. Goes to Libero and Brunken. Lakers throwing it left. Off the block. Couldn't get there in time. Lakeland at 23. Down by 6, our largest deficit of this third set. We were down by as many as 9 in set 2. Next serve is over. Grace throwing it for Addie. Now in the middle for Brooke. Had it blocked. 24-17. Set point here in set 3 in favor of the Lakers of Lakeland College. Next one's over. Grace is there. Going for Warrenson. Now we'll throw it left for Hurley. Swing. Just out. And Lakeland takes the third, 25-17. They go on a late run. I have to do the math on that because it was close. And then Lakeland comes back, 25-17. They now have the set advantage, 2-1. So we play best out of 5, though. Swick with one last shot, trying to come back and see if they can do what they did in set 1 and take a set. 25-17 to the third. Fourth set coming up here in just a moment from Southwestern Illinois College. Two final side inter-region play. Our second one after Vincennes took down Southeastern Illinois in 3. It will be Frontier taking down Shawnee in 3. They're going to move to 8 and 7 in region play. And they're now only a half game back of Kaskaskia for the 5th seed come region 24 tournament time. See exactly we're starting the 4th set. Lakeland up 2-1. Just took the 3rd by a score of 25-17. Swick will be on the right side attacking right to left. Lakeland will attack left to right. The Blue Storm will be out there with it. Maddie Gibbs, Lacey Pullman, Ashlyn Hughes, Layla Porter, Grace Johnson, and then at the libero will be Addison Walton. Swick this year went down 2-1 in sets is 2-1. Went down 2-1. Loss was to Vincennes. Win was to Jefferson College and Kaskaskia College. We'll see what happens here. Charlotte Wilkerson will have the opening serve for the Lakers here in this 4th set. Underway. This one's over. Grace is there on the receiving in the back right corner. Lacey going for Ashland. Wasted no time. We got to respond. Let's see if we can respond. Waste no time. We had a 9-0 start in the first set. I'd like to see that here in this 4th. Why not? Lost that third 25-17. Wasn't great. Wasn't a great end of that. Lakeland. Swing over. Lacey's there. Throwing it for Addison. Now coming right side with Layla. Left-handed swing over. Lakers will track it down. Brunken will send it over. Layla's there. Lacey behind the back. Set to Ashland. Couldn't get it. Now Lakers send it back. Lacey throwing it left for Grace. Lakers there again. Back and forth. We've seen a lot of this tonight. Maddie's there. Sent back. Here we go. Lakers with Wilkerson. Right side. Tip over off the block. Got it. A lot of those plays tonight where it's just a battle back and forth for a singular point. That's what we had right there. We're all tied up at 1 apiece. Next serve, and it's going to be an ace. That's their 7th ace at least of the night. At least 7. We were ace 9 times. First time around, our serve receive is not great. It's been better tonight, but as I mentioned, the 7 aces. This is going to go to Walton now for pull, but he'll throw it left side for Grace. Going down line, got it. Grace shots will tied up at 2. Ashlyn Hughes out, Brooke Miller will come in. It'll be the Lepero as to Walton to serve it. Listen, one more score in region play. That is the Lincoln Trail Wabash Valley game. We'll get that for you here when we get a timeout. That's a point for Lakeland. It's 3-2. One-point game. Renanca De Leo will serve for the Lakers. This one's going to go to Maddie, coming to the left. Grace tracked it down. Great job. Addison Freeball over. Lakers to the right. Got it. De Leo with another one. A 4-1 run has made it 4-2 Lakeland early in the 4th set. This one's going to go to Grace on the receive. Lacey now throwing it for Layla. Free ball's over. Lakers track it down. Middle now coming left. Walton tracked it in the middle. Good job by her. We'll get it over that 3rd hit. Lakers coming back to the left. Swing. Addison hits it up in the air now for Lacey. Left side for Grace. Got it. There's Grace. Shots it for 3. Got to get her going. If Grace goes on a run, she had a really good run against Kaskaskia. It's one of the reasons why we came back down 2-0. Addie Ornson and Alea Furlow will come in here for the first time in the 4th set. And we'll serve it in. Addie Ornson with her 2nd ace of the season. Found a good spot down that right line. And she will now tie Lacey Pullman in service aces. She was tied a long time ago and lost her lead after being hurt, but here she is coming back. She's got probably 6-7 aces since coming back. Lakeland point there off the touch. 5-4. This one is going to be over. Goes to Grace. Now for Warrenson in the middle for Miller. Tip over. Good spot. Brooke Miller ties this up at 5 apiece. Grace Johnson will go back to the service line. Grace will serve it right in the middle of the barrel and Brunken. Lakers coming right. Swing. Blocked. Lakeland will try again. Throwing it near the net on the left. They didn't get it over. 6-5. So go to Libero and Brunken. Lakers throwing it left. Free ball over. Gibbs is there. Warrenson now going to set Miller. Down line out. Tied up at 6. Hit the top of the net, got over on their serve. Walton tracked it down. Warrenson going left side for Gibbs. Lakeland's there. Now they'll throw it left. Blocked. Miller threw it backwards. Couldn't find a teammate. Blayhead's making it 7-6. Miller got it off the touch, tied up at 7. Ashlyn Hughes back in. Olivero has to Walton out. Brooke Miller will serve. Brooke hasn't had an ace in a minute. She's had a good run of it, too. Won't get it there. Lakers tip over. Got it. Lakeland back by 1, 8-7. Waltz it back in. Brooke Miller out. Reese Brunken will serve. Over. Ashland. There we go. Off the touch. Back tied up at 8. We're just going back and forth, back and forth. Lacey Pullman and Layla Porter will check in. Leia and Addie will come out. Pullman will serve it. The Lakers will send it over. Now in the middle for Gibbs on the left side, had it blocked. 9-8 Lakeland. Into the net, service there, ties us up at 9. Take advantage of those. Maddie Gibbs back to serve. We need a run. Oh, we got to get that run at 3 or 4 straight. That's what we got to get. Hoping we can make it happen. This is going to go over. Lakers throwing it from the middle to the right. Swing off the block. Dale Leo gets it back. 10-9 Lakeland. So go to Grace. Throwing it for Lacey. Now for Maddie. Swing is over. Lakers throw it in the middle. Here comes the swing. Blocked by Hughes. They send it back over. Layla's there for Lacey. We'll throw it for Ashland. Lakers throwing it left. Tip over. Step it up is Pullman. Now Walton going back to Layla. Lakers tracking it down. Back right corner. Now going with Brunken in the middle. Johnson for Pullman. Now for Hughes. Brunken's there. Kept it alive. They send it back on the second hit. Oh, no. Okay, at least Maddie got there. It's going to be blocked. Point anyway, Lakeland. Ashland threw it backwards, and there was almost no one there. It's 11-9. Lakeland by 2, the largest lead here in the 4th set. Walker will serve it here for Lakeland. Goes to Walton now for Pullman. Left side, Grace got it. Grace Johnson gets us back within 1. We need like I said, that back in that 3rd set, we need kind of a spark right now. Something that lights a fire. Ashland Hughes out, Brooke Miller in. Addison Walton will serve it. Got it over. Walker's there in the middle. Wilkerson set it left. Swing, launched out. But they're going to say it was off a touch. 12-10. Back by 2. Bella Austin, sophomore outside for Lakeland, will serve. It's going to be over. Grace is there on the receive. Pullman going back in the left with Miller. And I don't know what just happened. That's our point. Somehow it looked like it went underneath the net and then it got over. I don't know. I don't know. Got the point. That's all I need to say. Nalea and Addie back in. Lacey and Layla are out, and it will be Addie Ornston to serve it. Try to take the team-leading 30th ace of the season. Has 2 in this game. Lakeland will not be able to get that one over. We've retaken the lead and or tied it. Sorry. Hopefully we'll retake the lead. I've been saying that 1 point too early. Because we're midway through somehow. So we just keep going back and forth, back and forth. Lakeland, right side. Dale Leo into the net. Now we've retaken the lead. See, guys, that was 1 point too early, right? 1 point too early. 13-12, next serve. Addie puts it right in the middle. Walker's there. Swing, what a set. Put up by Wilkerson, then put down by Saar. Tied up at 13. just a perfect ball. That's what it was. Everything was perfect there for Lakeland. Service over. Grace is there. Tied up at 13. Addie in the middle for Brooke. Lakers are there. Coming to the right. Can we get a good block? They got around it. And a kill for Lakeland. 14-13, 2 straight. They retake the lead. Cannot let them go on a run here. Cannot let them go on a run. Next service over. Grace is there. Warrenson going back to Grace on the right side. Had it blocked. Maddie tracks it down. Grace set in Brooke. Lakers throwing it left. Maddie's there. Grace, or sorry, that's Addie. Now got to set Grace. I think I said Grace the previous time before that too. Kind of identical. Same numbers, 6 and 9, can make things tough. The layup blocked to the right side. There in the rebound. Addie going to set Brooke. Going near the corner, tracked down by Walker. And here we go again, just back and forth until Swick wins the point on the block. Tied at 14 again. Grace Johnson will serve. I mean, literally Grace and Addie, I think, have almost identical hair, color, and style. Literally, they look exact same tonight. Addie going to set left for Maddie on the left side. Lakers are there, throwing it near the net. Brooke just sends it back. Swick with 2 straight of their own. 15-14. We've retaken the lead. And Lakeland will use their first timeout midway through this 4th set. Swick down 2-1 in sets, trying to fight and see what they can do as we get late in this one. We're back in a moment here from Southwestern Illinois College. Lakeland called their first timeout. Grace will serve it out of the timeout. Goes to Libero and Brunk on the receive. In the middle, blocked by Brooke. Lakers will try it again, now going left. Swing, blocked! 16-14. 3 straight. 3 straight by the Blue Storm. 3-point game. Grace will serve it just a little bit out. And another service here. We haven't had one in a while. We have one there. One-point game, 16-15. Lakers will send Reese Brunken to serve it. Nope, check that. Tessa Seeley. Miller. Got it. That dig's going to go off the window on the wall. 17-15. Addison Walton out. Ashlyn Hughes back in, no libero. With Brooke Miller serving it. It's going to be over. Lakeland set middle. Blocked by Hughes. Lakers keep it alive. They do. Third hit coming over. Got over from Wilkerson. Now Hughes. She found a spot. Ashlyn makes it 18-15. 3-point game. Lakers coming middle. Hughes sends it back. Ashlyn just swings it. 19-15 in a 4-point game. The largest lead all set. And it's been a while since we've been up by 4 in this ball game, really. Going back to earlier sets. Brooke will serve it in the middle. Lakeland. Swing. Off of Addie. Goes backwards. Went right off her fingertips. 19-16. Addison Walton back in. Brooke Miller out. It is a 3-point game. Next serve by Brunkins over. Warrenson go in the middle for Hughes. Had it blocked. Swick can't get there on the rebound. 19-17, and Swick will now use a timeout. They've cut it in half from 4-2. And we use the timeout. We're back in a moment here from Swick. Three region games final tonight. Lincoln Trail over Wabash Valley in 3 is our third one tonight. Big win for the Statesmen. So they will move to 6-8 region play. Wabash Valley fall to 3-10, which means the Warriors are a loss away or a Frontier win away from being eliminated from the region tournament. We're the only one still in progress. The only one tonight that's went to a fourth set with Swick leading 19-17. Maddie out of the timeout. Had it blocked. Grace got it over the third hit on a free ball. Lakers coming left with Walker. Off the block. Got it. Lakeland with 3 straight, pulling within 1. 19-18. It's a 1-point game. Brunken looking to tie it. Goes to Grace on the serve. Walton now left with Maddie. Tip over. Lakers will track it down. Throw it at middle. Swing. Grace is there. Warrenson going to set Nalea right side. Blocked. It's going to land. Nalea with the kill. 20-18. First team to 20 in this fourth set. Warrenson and Furlow out. Pullman and Porter back into the ball game. This one's going to be over. Lakeland sends it back. Grace is there going for Pullman, out for Lacey. Or sorry, for Layla. Too many names starting with L. Walker hit the antenna. 21-18, and we're within 4. An absolute battle tonight between these two. I don't think you could ask for better. Lakeland blocked by Hughes. Lakers trying to get in left with Walker. Blocked again. They sent it over. Ashton swings it right back. 22-18. I think Ashland's going to retake her second place spot in kills over Brooke Miller after tonight. 22-18. Lakeland uses their last timeout of this fourth set. We'll take our last one as well. Back in a moment here from Swick. (22-18). Pullman will serve it in. Lacey! Pullman with an ace. And we were talking about her and Addie. Addie's trying to catch up to her. That's not going to help. Lacey with her 30th ace of the season, back at first place for the team lead. And we're within 2. Walker got around the block. Walton's there for Pullman. Now for Maddie. Blocked. Huge point by Lakeland as Tessa Seeley had it. 23-19. I like to say it, we're in the driver's seat. We are in the driver's seat. Let's stay in it, though. We don't want them to catch up and put themselves in a spot. Wilkerson will have it. Johnson going for Pullman. Hughes had it blocked. Ashland there. Now going left side with Layla. Lakers after the block. Following it right. Here we go. Blocked out of bounds. That's all right. Hey, we're all right. 23-20. We got ourselves a little bit of cushion. We're all right. Just got a side out here. Wilkerson, left-handed serve. Grace is there. Now for Lacey. Come on, Layla. Blocked. Good job by Maddie. Gets there. Now for Grace. Swing over. Lakers, middle. Throwing it right. Launched it out. Lakers want a touch. Will not get it. 24-20. And it is set point here. It's set 4 in favor of the Blue Storm of Southwestern Illinois College. And it's up to Maddie Gibbs. Trying to put the finishing touch and send us to a winner-take-all 5th set. It's over in the middle. Brunkins there. Pass. Ashland just puts it straight down, and we're going to a 5th set. 25-20 in the 4th. Oh, man, it's been an absolute battle tonight. Oh, 25-20 here in the 4th. And we will go to a winner-take-all 5th set when we return. Swick this year is 3-0 in the 5th set. They have not lost. Lakeland 2-2. We'll give it to you next after a timeout. Back in a moment. Well, we got a winner-take-all 5th set tonight here between these two. And if when you woke up this morning, when I woke up this morning, I felt pretty good about the matchup tonight. But I kind of expect this one to go 5 sets. I mean, what did you expect? You have the 3rd-place team and the 4th-place team in the region who are separated by half a game. What did you expect? Well, it's been back and forth, and Swick wins a battle. Late surge in that 4th set, just like Lakeland had in that 3rd. And here we are. 25-20 that 4th, all tied up at 2 sets here. Going to the 5th, Steven Stock with you. It's our last game tonight that's in progress in region play. Vincent in 3 over Southeastern Illinois. Frontier in 3 over Shawnee. And Lincoln Trail in 3 over Wabash Valley. And we got a 5th set battle here tonight between these two. Swick this year, as I mentioned, is 3-0. When they are in the 5th set, they're averaging 15 points in the set. Opponents are averaging 10.3. How about on the other side? Lakeland is 2-2. They're averaging 13.3 points in the 5th set. Opponents are averaging 11.3. Those 4 games into a 5th set were Indian Hills, where they lost in 5. Polk State College, a win in 5 sets down in Florida. John A. Logan, a loss in 5. And Kaskaskia, a win in 5. Swick 3 wins. Jefferson College, Kaskaskia College, and Vincennes University. Swick is on the right to start this 5th set. Will tack right to left. Lakeland will have the opening serve. Hughes, Porter, Pullman, Gibbs, Johnson. The libero is Walton out there for Swick. To start the 5th. This one's going to be over. Pullman throwing it for Layla. Put her in a tough spot. That was a tough one. 1-0. Got to put it at an awkward angle. Charlotte Wilkerson, the opening serve for Lakeland in the 5th. Winner tonight has sole possession of 3rd. They'll have it outright. And like I've talked about, if you heard on the pregame, the math for any of these two, whoever wins this tonight, is in favor of them to finish in 3rd. That one's hit out 1-1. I mean, it's just tough for whoever loses tonight to catch up. The math just isn't there. Maddie will serve it. Her first serve of the 5th set. Lakers, middle, got it. Tessa Seeley, 2-1. Point differential went plus 19 in favor of Lakeland after the first matchup, 25-20, 25-21, 25-15. Swick got it down to 10, but it's now at 20. And then Swick went plus 5, 25-20 in the 4th. Grace Johnson on a kill. So Swick is not going to, obviously, I guess point differential doesn't even matter anymore now because Lakeland's going to have the tiebreaker based off sets, which will change things on the math if Swick wins tonight. If they can get, win tonight, 2-2 the 5th set, would change things how the tiebreaker looks. We'll get that for you. That one's out 3-2. We're going to get the updated region standings. Just like it was against Fitzsimmons on Thursday, win or loss night, we're going to probably be the last one to leave the gym because I'm going to get all this updated. I want to get this updated on the postgame for you. No matter what happens, we'll get it all updated. Deoleo kill, 3-3. Fitzsimmons became the second team to clinch, by the way, the Region 24 tournament with their win tonight. Them and John A. Logan, the only 2 teams to clinch. 2 teams eliminated Shawnee and Southeastern Illinois, with Wabash Valley dropping their 10th region game of the season tonight to Lincoln Trail. Now they're in trouble. They'll be the next team eliminated with a loss or a Frontier win. Brooke Miller, it just went out. Oh, man, hit the top of the net on a tip over, and it just went out. It was close. You got to track it all the way to the last point. That's what Lakeland did. Next serve by Seeley goes to Walton. Lacey set her dump. Lakeland set it back, and it's going to go against Swick, 5-3. Three straight by Lakeland. Third of the way home in this 5th set for them. We side out. Walton throws it backwards. It's an ace, 6-3. Timeout. Swick, it's 6-3, 4 straight by Lakeland. That's their 8th ace of the night. It's 6-3 in the 5th. Back in a moment. Swick used the timeout. 6-3 the 5th set. Lakeland leads. They've scored 4 straight. And their serve is going to be over. Maddie on the back line's there. Layla throw in the middle for Brooke. Roll shot it over. I believe it at the top of the net. Lakers coming to left. Swing. In. Just into the back right corner. I wanted it to be out. But it wasn't. 7-3. Five straight by Lakeland. Next serve, Maddie's there. Grace now for Walton. Free ball over. Lakers coming back middle. Tip over left side. Lacey's there for Walton. Come on, Layla. Out. 8-3. 6 straight by Lakeland, and we're going to switch sides. We did not end that well. But we got to lock in. We still got a opportunity here. We're still in a good spot, 8-3. A 5-point game. We got to find a way to side out. Maybe switching sides will help. They're 1-1 on both sides. I don't know. Switch here, 8-3. Another serve coming here by Tessa Seeley. Got a long service run. 6 straight points, 5 straight from the line. Maddie's there on the receive. I mean, she's been giving us fits right now, it looks like, is serving at least. Layla swings over. Lakeland coming back right down line. It's a kill. 9-3, and they've taken over this 5th set. 7 straight by Lakeland. We're going to use our last timeout. We got to go on it. It's a big-time run here. Lakeland battling. They lead 9-3 in the 5th. Nine 3, 7 straight by Lakeland. Swick uses a timeout, and we're in some trouble late in this 5th set. Winner take all. Hit the top, the net and got over. Oh my goodness. Grace with the kill, and here we go. 9-4. Let's see if we can get a run. All we need is a run. Nalea and Addie will check in. Lacey and Layla out, and Addie Warrenson will serve. 2 aces on the night. Let's make it 3. It's a 5-point game. We can do this. We're not down by too much. Warrenson's serve is over. Lakers throwing it left, and there we go. 9-5. It's a 4-point game. Keep it rolling. Come on. Another serve. It's over. Walker's there on the receive. Lakers, middle, blocked off of Swick. We need to go 2-1, though. 10-5. 5-point game. That chip away a little bit here. Now, I don't have much time. We don't have much time, but we have time. We don't have our backs really pushed against the wall where we can't get out. But we got a little bit to work with. Near the net, Warrenson, and it's going to be a point for Lakeland, 11-5. It's a 6-point game. Violation was called against Swick. Back to 6. Next serve is over. Grace going for Warrenson. Will set Miller in the middle. Got it. Brooke Miller pulls us back within 5. Come on. We just need a run. No better player to start it from the service line than Grace Johnson. Sophomores had a lot of big moments last year and this year. Let's see if she can lead a run from the service line. Grace's serve right in the middle of Brunken. Lakers coming to left. Swing off the block. Got it. 12-6 Lakeland. They're within 3. Next one's over. Brooke going for Addie now left side. Maddie swing in. Maddie Gibbs with the kill. Back to 5. We got to stop trading points here. We need a service run. Ashlyn Hughes will check in. Addison Walton out. Brooke Miller to serve. Need a run. Brooke will serve it right in the middle. Lakeland throwing it left. Walker got it over. Warrenson going for Grace now right side to Leia. Swing. Dug out. Lakers are there. Wilkerson pass left with Walker. Got it for a kill. 13-7. Lakers within 2. Swick will need a 7-1 run now. Ashlyn tip over, got it. 13-8, come on, we need a run, ladies. Just string them together. Lacey Pullman, Layla Porter coming back in. And it will be Lacey to serve. We need a service run. Served by Lacey's over, down line. Lakers tracking it down, throwing it left. Pullman's there. Walton, left side, Maddie. Watched it out. And Gabe Point. Nope, they're going to change it. They're going to say off the touch. All right. They usually do not change those, so that's what Swickle's looking for. I said, I don't think they'll give it to us. They did. 13-9. We still have a little bit of life here. Other serve coming for Lacey. This one's going to be over right in the middle. Lakers set with Wilkerson. Swing middle. Got it. Tessa Seeley will send it to Gabe Point in favor of the Lakers of Lakeland College. Charlotte Wilkerson, left-handed serve, looking to win it. What a play by Maddie. Kept it alive. Swing coming back, and that's going to do it. Lakeland will get it done in 5 sets after being down 1-0. They come back, take the second and third, and will take the fifth, 15-9. And Lakeland now has possession of third place in the Region 24 standings as they improve to 13-10 overall. Lakeland 9-3 in region play. Swick will fall to 16-7, 9-4 in region play, and Swick's fourth longest win streak since 2000 in program history will come to an end tonight. Lakeland in 5. We'll talk about it next. Looking back here to Southwestern Illinois College, Lakeland comes back after Swick takes that fourth 25-20. They go on a massive run, 7 straight. That guides them in this fifth set to win it 15-9. And big-time win for Lakeland. And Steven Stacker was welcome in our post-game show. Lakeland deserved that one. I mean, absolute battle. I think that's the bottom line, and that's one thing I'm going to kind of start off with. I mean, as I mentioned, start of the fifth set, when you have the third and fourth place teams that are, separated by half a game like it was tonight, you're now you're looking at absolute battle, and it's back and forth. Lakeland takes this one in 5, and there was, you take away that 7-point run by Lakeland in that fifth set. We feel like we're in a way better spot than we were, but we've dropped it by 6, and that kind of what I talked about earlier. There was moments of inconsistency, which we saw in that third set where Lakeland goes on that run, end up winning by 8. Kind of get the same thing here tonight. In that fifth set, we did not see that at all against Vincennes. We had them going, I think it was at most a 6-point run, and they really never led by much in that game. We were down by 9 at one point tonight, and then we go down by 7. There's 6 in that fifth set. So, but when Vincennes went on those runs, we either had the lead or we really were able to side out, respond, and then go on a run of our own. We gotta, probably. I want to say this, and obviously I like when we win. It's always good to win. Now, who likes losing? That's a dumb question. Who likes losing? That's a dumb question. But when you lose, and when you lose, you learn more. When you win, yeah, you're winning. What do you like? Obviously, you can learn, but you're not going to feel the consequences of what you're doing wrong because you're winning. When it happens here, when you lose, then you feel it, and that's kind of what it is going to be tonight. This might be a loss that Swick might need going into tomorrow against Jefferson College, going in the last few weeks of region play. It's a bad, I don't want to say bad, it's a big loss that hurts. It's a consequential loss because now it's going to be tough to get the third seed. Yet the math, there's still math that gets you there. Lakeland has a really tough stretch here after this. They get Vincennes Friday, and then they're going to get Frontier Monday, and still got to play John A. Kaskaskia. They're going to finish off with when we finish off with Wabash Lincoln Trail. We still got to play John A. That's going to be a huge game Monday at first place, John A. Logan. That would be a game that would get us back in this conversation for third. But we need. I think this is a loss that you rather have, and I say this a lot, so this might be. Sorry if you hear this too much. This is a loss we probably need right now to be better in 2 weeks. We rather have this loss right now, rather suffer this tonight, and then suffer it come region tournament time, and we don't know what it's over. We played solid. We played solid. We could have played better. Yeah, obviously we could have played better. We could have won the game, but Lakeland's a really good team, and I can't stress that enough. This is a team that has a good chance to knock off Vincennes come Friday night. But after a loss tonight, we're gonna go back to fourth place. This is what the standings look like, and then I'm gonna do my math real quick and try to give you the most likely scenario for Swick. And I guess I already have those scenarios typed out, right? Because I had it. Yeah. Okay. We'll get that for you in a second. All right. So all games are final tonight, and that is Vincennes in 3 over Southeastern Illinois. Frontier in 3 over Shawnee. And the last one is who am I missing? Lincoln Trail in 3 over Wabash Valley. So that's what the standings look like, and then Lakeland in 5 over Swick. So this is what the standings look like now. John A. in first at 12-2. Vincennes at second at 11-2, and both of those teams have clinched a spot in the region tournament. Lakeland now in third place at 9-3. Swick will fall to fourth at 9-4, a half game back. We'll talk about how Swick can get back to third. Kaskaskia in fifth at 8-6. Frontier, the last team in at 8-7. Now who's looking out? Seventh place, Lincoln Trail, first team out at 6-8. And I've kind of talked about a little bit tonight. They have a tough path now to get back into the region tournament with how Frontier's been playing. Wabash is in 8th at 3-10 with their loss. They are one loss away or one Frontier win away from being eliminated from the Region 24 tournament. And then Shawnee in 9th at 2-13. Southeastern in last at 0-15. Both those teams have been eliminated from the Region tournament. All right, so if Swick were to win Monday at Johnny Logan, okay, now let's throw this out there real quick. Let me find my notes. We'll start Friday because Lakeland's going to have Vincennes Friday, which is going to be a big matchup, and now we kind of know who we need to root for. We will be rooting for Vincennes. That's what the math tells us. At least that's what my math says. I don't know, right? We want Vincennes to win. We need if we wanted to get the 3 seed, we need Vincennes to win. That is what we need on Friday night, because then it would move Lakeland back to 9-4, and we're tied with them. We cannot tie for us to finish the third. They have the tiebreaker on us. We have to finish higher than them. So, well, where does that guide us, right? Where does that guide us? Well, the most easiest scenario, I don't know if easiest, but the one that gives us the most power, that has us the most destiny, is we win out. We win our last 5, which is going to be tough with Johnny Logan, and Lakeland loses 2 of their last 6. So Vincennes would already be 1. Vincennes would already be one of those losses. And as I mentioned, Lakeland still has left after Vincennes, Frontier, Southeastern Illinois, Wabash Valley, Johnny Logan, Kaskaskia. We need them to lose 2 out of those last 6 games. That's why I'm saying we need to root for Vincennes come Friday. There's that one. Second scenario that it has us in our most in our power is to win 4 of the 5 region games. So let's say we lose to Johnny Logan. That's fine. That could easily happen. Johnny's been really good this year. I'm actually really excited to see how we fight against them Monday. If we were to lose to Johnny Logan or we lose to someone else in region play, we suffer 1 region loss throughout the rest of the season. Lakeland would need to lose 3 of their 6 remaining region games, which once again is very possible. Let me read the opponents again. The big ones: Vincennes, Johnny Logan, Kaskaskia in Frontier. Easily could go 1-3 in that stretch. Easily could go 1-3 in that stretch. Then there are scenarios: Swick wins 3 of the remaining 5 region games, and Lakeland loses 4 of their 6 remaining region games, which is, we'll see what happens. There's also, again, 4 seeds it's not the end of the world, because no matter what spot we have come region or district tournament time is off of how we finish in the region tournament. But what I'm saying is I want us to be in a good spot going to the region tournament where we're not battling all day, because that's what I'm worried about. Is we're going to be in the 4 seed and we got to play Kaskaskia, an absolute battle, and them in 5 sets. And then we got to play Johnny Logan or Vincennes later that night. We're already tired. That's what I'm saying. But what if Frontier comes and takes the 5? I mean, there's still a lot up in the air. But what I'm saying is we'd rather be the 3 seed or the 2 seed. Even, like I said, 2 seed you get to buy. That's what I want. But it's really tough right now. The 2 seed numbers, like I said, I don't know what's going to happen now with my 2 seed numbers, because if we win 5 of the 6 region games, Vincennes has to lose 3 of the 6. And when I say 3 of the 6, they have to lose to Lakeland. And then what happens if Lakeland then gets second place? I don't see. This is too much for me. But we'll see what happens. We're going to know more Monday at Johnny Logan when we have that game for you in the pregame, because obviously Lakeland will play Vincennes Friday night. And we'll talk about that on Monday. We have a road game tomorrow at Jefferson College. This is going to be a big game. Swick 1-5 the first time around at home. We get them at their place tomorrow in a big-time district game. We're going to see where we're at. We're going to really see where we're at in a big stretch. This is a really tough stretch. I can't emphasize that enough. Lakeland, Jeffco, Johnny Logan, Middle Area, Frontier, Kaskaskia all in a row. This back end's tough. It's going to really prepare us for the region tournament and the district tournament. We could try and take the next step. We'll see what happens tomorrow. But they always say, how do you respond? How do you respond to adversity? How do you respond to things not going your way like Swick had tonight? They didn't get their way. We lost in 5. But how do you respond? We saw last year Swick responded really well after losing both times to Lakeland College. Come back in the postseason and win in 3 sets. Well, we'll see what happens if we get our crack at them. But we got to look to tomorrow, as Coach has been saying, 1 game at a time. 1 game at a time. We can't make the national tournament tomorrow. We can't make it tonight. But we can make it 1 game at a time. We got to continue to get better and better. And I'm hoping that we get back on that path, get back on that track tomorrow with Jefferson College on the road. That's a 6:30 open and serve. The pregame show begins at 6:20. We'll kind of break down the box score from the night. I'm hoping Coach he's always good on it, always good about it. Getting stats in the night of. He always does a really good job. He was doing stats on the bus ride home Monday night, so I got a lot of respect for what he does. So it's a lot of work being a head coach, and he does a good job of it. He does a really good job, and if he could get my stats to me tonight, that would be very, very awesome. So, Coach, hopefully you can do that for me. I really appreciate it if you could. If not, well, like I said, we got till 4 o'clock whenever we leave tomorrow. I got some Lancer football stuff I got to get done tomorrow, though. We got a big one at Belleville West Friday. So that's why, like I said, if you didn't tune in Monday, I was hoping, I was happy the Southeastern game got moved from Friday to Monday so I could do Lancer football Friday, not miss Swick volleyball. But we're back tomorrow at Jefferson College, 6:30 open and serve pregame at 6:20. And we'll go from there. Johnny Logan, it's a busy week next week. We're going to get 3 games for you next week. Johnny Logan, Middle Area, Frontier, 3 games in 3 days. Day off, Kaskaskia Friday, which I will miss on the 24th next Friday with Lancer football. And then we'll be back for Wabash Valley, Lincoln Trail. We can do this. We can do this. I don't care what anyone says. That's my final message tonight. We can do this. We got to figure this out. We have the talent. We have the team. We've had our good moments. We just beat Vincennes a week ago. As I said, a loss tonight, that's all right. It's not the end of the world. This is not the end of the world. I want to get that out there right now. It is not the end of the world. It's going to be all right. And I've covered this team. I know it. I know this team well. I know teams well. I've done this for 5 years. I've covered so many teams. I know when it's going to be all right. And I'm telling you right now, it is going to be all right after tonight. That's what I will say right now. Thanks for tuning in tonight, folks. Wish you a good rest of your Wednesday. What a game night. What a game. You couldn't ask for better on a Wednesday night here between two of the best teams, two of the top 4 teams in the region. You cannot ask for better. Lakeland, we'll see what they can do. They got a really interesting stretch. We do too. I say it's tough for them. It's going to be tough for us. But we'll see if we can come out on top and take that next step, because that's what it takes. That's what it takes, is to take that next step to accomplish our goal. And we could do it. We could do it. We gotta be more consistent. We gotta play a little better. But we're right there. We're right there, folks. We're right there. Have a good rest of your Wednesday night, folks. Again, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow with Jefferson College on the road. Pregame at 6:20, open and serve at 6:30. I think it's only like an hour drive to Hillsboro, Missouri, right? So it's gonna be a short bus ride. I'm gonna, like I said, we're trying to get a lot of numbers done and stuff. I'm trying to get as much stats as I can throw at you, scenarios and everything. I probably will have time this weekend. I think I could get a lot of it done this weekend. A lot of it knocked out. I'm not in as much stress as I was like earlier this week or last week. I had a paper due Monday night. I had a paper due last Tuesday, so I've been under stress, academic stress. But it's going to free up a little bit, and I got to go back to working hard. I got that week of late October going into that first weekend in November, that region tournament. It's going to be insane if it all works out my way. All right, folks, thanks for tuning in tonight on a Wednesday here from Southwestern Illinois College. Lakeland winning in 5 sets. Swick took the first, 25-16. Lakeland came back, took the second and third, 25-23, 25-17. Swick took the fourth, 25-20. Lakeland took the fifth, 15-9. Lakers improved at 13-10 overall, 9-3 in region play. Swick will fall to 16-7, 9-4 in region play. Our 8-game winning streak is snapped. And you know what they say after you get a long win streak snapped? It's time to start another one. And let's see if we can start another one. Maybe double digits. Double digits gets us in the national tournament. Hey, we'll see what happens. Jefferson College tomorrow, 6:20 pregame, 6:30. Open and serve over on the other side of the river in the great state of Missouri. I think I've only been there once for Swick, and that was basketball, women's basketball at Mineral Area College, which I'm excited to be there next Tuesday. I love their gym. Jefferson College, first time being there. We'll see what happens, how their place looks. All right, folks, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to sign off. Enough yapping tonight. Enough talking. So it was 9 o'clock. So, yeah, Lakeland 13-10, 9-3 in region play. Swick falls to 16-7, 9-4 in region play. 6:20 is the opening, the pregame, 6:30 open and serve tomorrow night. Thanks for tuning in on a Wednesday. Have a good rest of your Wednesday night. Have a good week. And I told you we're gonna be the last one that leaves it in. Me and Coach will be the last one. I don't care. You gotta put all the work in. I don't have much work I gotta do when I get home for the region stands. I already have it all done. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Have a good Wednesday. Have a good week. Until next time I see you, hopefully that's tomorrow. But until next time I see you, I'll see you later.